Howdy and welcome all to this special Spaghetti Western Top 160 ranking. Now, for those that don't know, I wanted to do this last week or a few days ago when I thought I had 150 Spaghetti Westerns in my collection, but no, I miscounted. I have 160 instead of 150. So we'll be doing a 160 Spaghetti Western ranking of all that I've seen. I've excluded a few that I've seen on YouTube that I don't own physically. There's one exception, but that will be in the top 100. So first, a dishonorable mention for Bad Man's River from 1970 or 71. I've seen it on YouTube. I don't own it, fortunately. One day I probably will pick it up for the collection, but that would have been my bottom last. Honorable mentions to the Trinity films, which I have seen, but I don't own them, and nor do I care to own them at this point. I'm not a big Trinity fan, not a big Bud Spencer, Terence Hill fan. So the Trinity films will not be here. So they get a honorable mention because they would definitely make the list if I had them. But so we got people coming in. We got Marcos Torrenegra. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Pondrán audio en español or subtitles. I don't know what that means, but welcome. See, I don't speak Spanish. I know audio is subtitles. Español is Spanish. What's Pondrán? I don't know. Anyway, welcome. So yeah, 160. We have a lot of obscure ones for people that definitely are not as familiar with the genre as well. A nutcase like me. So we're just gonna start. We're just gonna start this list, this 160 ranking. In this part, we'll be doing 160 to 100, and that's just about everything we're gonna do this on this stream. I do have a few clips and a few bits and bobs to show. Obviously, I'm sitting behind my or sitting in front of my Spaghetti Western collection, my little shrine with my Clint Eastwood figure up there. I also want to highly recommend this book. If you are completely oblivious to the genre, you want to know some more about it. Any Gun Can Play, the complete and essential Euro Western guide. This is the Spaghetti Western Bible. It's got everything you want to know about every actor that's in there, every bit of the genre. It's got great pictures, as you can see. Highly recommend it. Any Gun Can Play. So anyway, let's just kick off with 160. We start off with a film starring an actor that actually is one of the icons of the genre, but even an icon will make a dud or two, especially later on in the Spaghetti Western phase when you move into the 70s. And at 160, we got a Spaghetti Western starring none other than Lee Van Cleef. But not just Lee Van Cleef, we also have Jack Palance in God's Gun from 1970. Was it 76? It is 76. I'm just looking at my list. Directed by Gianfranco Parolini. It has a 5.0 on IMDb, which is shocking because this is a terrible one. I give it a 1 star myself. So yeah, it stars Lee Van Cleef and Jack Palance. I got it as part of this triple pack from Germany on DVD. And there it is, God's Gun. Excuse the glare. Yeah, a very, 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 very average. Not even average, just a terrible spaghetti western. It's actually not. I mean, it is a spaghetti western, but it's kind of produced by the Cannon people, by Golan Globus, Menachem Golan, and Yoram Globus. That's it. Always getting mixed up, but no, this was shot in Israel and stuff. So it is a spaghetti western. It is because there's also Italians involved. But yeah, God's Gun, Lee Van Cleef. It is a terrible one. Yes, long live Western spaghetti. Yes, absolutely. Spaghetti westerns are great. We always celebrate them, especially on this channel. Moving on to 159, we have another film that I have as part of a box set. So yeah, God's Gun. It's available on DVD and Blu-ray for those that are curious, but I wouldn't recommend it. Nor would I do this next one. It is from 1968, so this is still in the genre's heyday. But it is a very forgettable one, and it is Execution, starring John Richardson, directed by Domenico Piparella. Yeah, I probably butchered that, but again, I give this one 1 star. It has a 4.9 IMDb, which is not too bad, I guess, but yeah. I got it as part of this Django Italo Western box set from Germany with much better films on here. Definitely the lesser one is yep, there is Execution. So yeah, definitely do not recommend that at all. I don't even think there is a official English audio edition of it. You might find on YouTube the version on this German box set has not got an English audio track, sadly. But yeah, we will be getting to much other better titles of that box set and better titles in general. This one is part of one of the Arrow box sets. I think it's the Savage Guns box set. So at number 158, I should say, we have, oh, this is a terrible one. Matalo, also known as Kelem, also known as, well, it's a piece of crap is what it's known as. Not a fan of this one at all. I know it has its fans. It's a little bit of a cult film within this, well, cult of spaghetti westerns. The only thing I think it has going for it is the music, and here is the Arrow Video Blu-ray of it. That was part of the box set, like I said. I do like the artwork and I like the music. And it has actually an actor that I know, Lou Castel, who's in much better spaghetti western. Or a few spaghetti westerns, let's say. But yeah, Matalo, not a good one. This is where I still give him a 1 star. So not a film I recommend. Now I think after this point we're getting to some more better ones. But again, obviously we have 116 total. But it's going to be a while before we get to the true masterpieces. But at 157, we have a spaghetti western comedy from 1974. It is 10 Killers Come From Afar, directed by Cesare. No, wait. Is that? No, this one is directed by Juan Bush or Bosch. I give this one 2 stars, so we're getting up a little bit there. It has a 4.5 IMDb. It stars Anthony Stephan. And I have it as part of a Wild East double feature with a few dollars for Django. But yeah, 10 Killers Come From Afar. Also Fernando Sancho in this one, the great Fernando Sancho. So yeah, this one is available on DVD. I don't think it has a Blu-ray, nor should it deserve one, really. But yeah. The other one, a few dollars for Django. I think we're going to get to that later on in this stream, so I'm going to put that to the side for when I have to pull that out again. But yeah, move up to 156. We go back to the original box set that I showed, or the original triple pack for a 1967, I want to say, or 68 spaghetti western, starring a female, actually, this one. It is 68. It is The Belle Starr Story. The Belle Starr Story stars Elsa Martinelli, if I pronounce that correctly, and Robert Woods. It's directed by Piero Cristofani and Lena Wertmuller. I give this one 3 stars. It's okay. It's not a bad film. It's rare in that it's a spaghetti western that stars a female. Like I said, it's part of this triple pack. There was the film. German title, My Body for a Poker Game, which, yeah. The Belle Starr Story, whatever you want to call it, it's average, below average spaghetti western. We're not done with Robert Woods because the next one also stars Robert Woods, who did a lot of spaghetti westerns, some very good ones, some middle of the road ones, and well, some below average ones like we're covering right now. This next one is directed by Mario Moroni. It has a 3.6 on IMDb. It's from 71. I give it 3 stars. It is My Name is Mallory. M means murder, or Mallory Must Not Die. It has a few titles. I have it on a German Blu-ray, which does not have English audio, but the film is on YouTube with English audio for those that are curious. It's actually not a bad one. It's actually, yeah, Gabriella Giorgelli is in this one of the most beautiful Italian actresses you'll ever see. So it's recommended for that. And Robert Woods actually does do a good job in that one. But yeah, that's My Name is Mallory at 155. Let's move on to 154, which is a Richard Harrison spaghetti western. Richard Harrison also did quite a few. You will know Richard Harrison from a lot of exploitation films and a lot of ninja films. But he's also had his hand in spaghetti westerns. At number 154 is $100,000 for Ringo, cashing in on the Ringo films, which were popular at the time with Giuliano Gemma. Here's my German DVD, which has English audio, so if you want a copy of it, I do recommend it. It's a good transfer for DVD-wise. It's actually directed by Alberto De Martino, and it also has Fernando Sancho in this one again. There you go. You'll probably hear Fernando Sancho's name a lot as we go through all of these films, because, God, he must be in about 50 of them, at least, easily. So moving on to number 153, we have one starring Klaus Kinski. Now you're saying, what? Klaus Kinski this low in the list? Well, yeah, this is a very, very subpar film. Anyway, before we reveal that, Mr. Dan Horace here. Hey, Mr. Dan. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you here. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, number 153 is from 1970. Is it 70? It is 1970 and stars Klaus Kinski and once again Gabriella Giorgelli in this one, and is The Beast. Now it sounds cool on paper, this film, because it's Klaus Kinski, and I have it, by the way, as this double feature along with Thou Shalt Not Kill, which we will mention later on. But no, Kinski, pretty much Kinski plays a version of himself in this film, in this Western, because he is a crazed rapist, chasing women and obviously doing those things you'll expect. And he kills everybody that gets in his way, and he's a very, very, well, he's a maniac in the film, pretty much like Kinski was in real life. So it's cool to see Klaus being Klaus, but yeah, it's not really, the story around it is, it's pretty half-baked, pretty lukewarm. So yeah, that's The Beast from 1970. Tyreek Daniels, Tyrese, yeah. Well, it's going to be a while before we get to the favorite of the spaghetti westerns, but it's not going to be a shock to anybody that's watched this channel before what my absolute favorite will be. But that will be, well, a long way to go before we get there. Yeah, pretty much sums up Kinski. So if you want to kind of see a biopic of Kinski in the Wild West, definitely check out The Beast. So yeah, the other one we'll come to later, so I'm going to put that to the side again. So what have we got up next? We have a Sergio Corbucci film up next from the 70s. This is when Corbucci was on the down slope, just as much as the genre was. This one has a few more comedic scenes infused into it, even though it is a Zapata Western, a Mexican Revolutionary Western. But it is What Am I Doing in the Middle of the Revolution? Yeah, which is definitely my least favorite Sergio Corbucci film. I give it a 3-star rating myself out of 10. It actually has a 5.8 on IMDb, if that's anything to go by. But yeah, What Am I Doing in the Middle of the Revolution? It has Ennio Morricone score, but even the maestro doesn't save it. I have it here on a bootleg DVD. Yes, it is not an official DVD, but it's the only way to get it with an English audio. So, and it is actually on YouTube with English audio for those, again, that are interested. And especially if you're Sergio Corbucci fans, if you do want to check out every one of his films, they are out there. You just have to look for them. But no, Sergio Corbucci definitely did much, much better films like Django, The Great Silence, The Mercenary, Compañeros. He's done way better than this. So let's not waste too much time on on the worst, in my opinion, Corbucci film. Let's move on to another comedy. Great, yes. You'll see a lot of the comedies down here because I'm not a big fan of the slapstick comedies. But number 151, we have Those Dirty Dogs. Even the poster there is terrible. I don't know what that artwork is. Starring Gianni Garco, who actually, Gianni Garco is a genre regular. He's been Sartana. He's done so many great ones, but this is not one of them. Also Stephen Boyd in this one. It does have a good theme song, but that's about all the film has going for it. And I have it once again as part of a double feature DVD from Wild East. So it's up there. It's Those Dirty Dogs, Gianni Garco, and Stephen Boyd. Yeah, we are getting better, but we're still not quite there. Case in point with the next one, which actually stars Franco Nero and Klaus Kinski and the lovely Tina Almond. So yeah, how you're wondering how is this so low? Well, it's really not good. It's not even a Western because it takes place in Spain. I know the spaghetti westerns are filmed in Spain, but this one actually is set in Spain, not in the Wild West. But it is Man, Pride, and Vengeance. Again, starring Franco Nero, Klaus Kinski, and Tina Almond. Directed by Luigi Bazzoni. It's also known as a Django film, of course, in Germany. And here's the Blu-ray of it. With Django came death, so they try to, market this as a as a Django film, but it's definitely not a Django film, even though it has Franco Nero. This is more like a love story based on the musical Carmen. So yeah, it's a Western version of that. It's not really good. I think Nero has a fight scene with Kinski. That's about the only thing I will say is worth watching in this film. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, that's I'm losing the thing now. Oh, there you go. That's Man, Pride, and Vengeance at 150. So we covered the first 10 already. Hey, Mike Barrett is here. Wow, you're going to rank 160? Yes, this is going to be fun. Don't think I've seen that many. Last time I looked, I had 130. Oh, well, you're not too far off from what I have then. I mean, you might need to do another count because I miscounted. I thought I had 150. Turns out I have 160. So yeah, I was going to do a big 150 because that's a nice round number. But then I was like, well, I have 10 more that I forgot to count or forgot to add to my list. And I was like, okay, 160 ranking it is then. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for being there. It's going to be cool. You're actually going to be one of the few people watching this that will know a lot of these titles, probably. So yeah, 149 is up next. And we have a Terence Hill comedy. Yeah, I'm not a fan, like I said, of the Terence Hill and Bud Spencer comedies. When they're together or when they're individual. I'm just not a fan of the Italian Western comedy, slapstick style. So we have, this one coming up here, Man of the East. Yeah, you can tell from the poster this is a comedic one. Yeah, this one stars Terence Hill, Gregory Walcott, Harry Carey. I think that's Junior. And it's directed by the guy that did Trinity, actually. E.B. Clutcher, which is the pseudonym for Luigi. No, is it Luigi? Let me see if I got that correct there. No, Man of the East. Where's Man of the East? Yeah, Enzo Barboni. There you go. Yeah, it's the director of Trinity that did this film. And here is the German Blu-ray, which I did get thanks to Carlos, Eastwood for Life fan. So if Carlos is watching, thanks once again for this. It might not be one of my favorites, but any spaghetti western, even if it is a terrible comedy one, is welcomed for my collection. So yes, thank you once again, Carlos, for that one. Next up is a recent acquirement to the collection. I showed this off in my last update. It's the spaghetti western takeoff on the American Western classic Shane, and it wears its inspirations, that's plural, on its sleeve because the film is called Nevada Clint, or Clint the Nevada's Loner, or Clint the Stranger. And this one stars George Martin and Marianne Koch, who you might know from Fistful of Dollars as Marisol. She was Marisol in Fistful. Yeah, and obviously they call it Clint the Stranger. I wonder where they got the name Clint from. Obviously because this is made after Fistful of Dollars and stuff. So it wears its inspirations on its sleeve. But it's okay. It's a decent one. If you know the American Western Shane, like I said, you will know where the story is going. So there won't be many surprises. But it's a cool little takeoff on Shane. It's not bad, actually. It's... it has a 6.1 IMDb, but only has 92 user votes, so that's not really much to go on. No, wait, it has 153 user votes, I'm sorry. And I give this one a 3-star myself, so we were still below average, but we're getting much better. Hey, Steven is here, TV Nash. Hey, Steven. Still need to see Nevada Clint, aka Clint the Stranger. Yes, it's not ranking high, but I'm a spaghetti western fan will definitely enjoy it for sure. Let's see. We have 147 coming up. The only official Django sequel. There have been so many films that they slapped the name Django on, but this is the only official one from the 80s. So this is a very late entry into the spaghetti western genre. This was when the western genre was pretty much dead. At least the spaghetti western genre was. So this is a very late entry, directed by Nello Rosati. I give this one 4 stars. So we are getting better and better each time. Not quite good enough though. At number 147 is Django Strikes Again, or Django's Great Return, or The Return of Django, the only official Django sequel starring Franco Nero, and it is a letdown. I still have to get the newly released German edition because this German DVD does not have English audio. The new edition does have. This one actually has Donald Pleasence in it, believe it or not. So yeah, Donald Pleasence made spaghetti western. There you go. But it's okay. I mean, it's not a patch on the original Corbucci Django. I actually do prefer the unofficial Django sequel with Terence Hill, Django Prepare a Coffin. So yeah, there you go. But it's cool to see Franco Nero reprising that role again. But that's yeah, it doesn't really feel anything close to what the original one felt. Next up, we have another film that rips on Django, and even they brought Sartana in this one. We have a Fedani film coming up. I will tell you a little bit about Fedani, but it's Django and Sartana are coming. It's the end. Spoilers, it's not. Yeah, directed by Demofilia Fedani, like I said. I give this one 3 stars myself, or 3.5 maybe. It is from, what's the year on this? 1970. And it stars Jack Betts, aka Hunt Powers. And who else is in this one? Actually, let me grab the Blu-ray. Here is the German Blu-ray. Again, does not have English audio, this Blu-ray, but it is available with English audio if you go on YouTube, or, well, you might even find bootlegs of it, but it's definitely on YouTube with English audio. Simone Blondell is in this one, who's the daughter of the director Fedani. Yeah, it's okay. A lot of people riff on the, a lot of people give the Fedani films crap because he's pretty much considered like a schlock spaghetti western director, but I quite enjoy the limited amount of films of his that I've seen, and this is one of them. It's not bad. I do recommend that for fans of the genre. Number 145, we have one with Mark Damon. Mark Damon has been in some of the top ones, in my opinion, and this is not one of them, but it's okay. It's decent. It's Death at Owl Rock, aka Death Does Not Count the Dollars, or No Dollars for the Dead, or, well, just fill in any kind of title that is a variation of that what I just said, and that's probably an alternate title for it. So yeah, Mark Damon, this one from the 60s, from the heyday of spaghetti westerns. I have the German DVD of it, which I just got this month, so this will be featured in my upcoming monthly collection update, which that's coming in a few days actually, yeah, because this month is almost at a close. But yeah, anyway, Death Does Not Pay the Dollar, so again, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. Next up, at number 144, we have a McGregor film. There's been a few of these McGregor films, like Up the McGregors, $7 for the McGregors, and 7 Women for the McGregors, and McGregor this, Kill the McGregors, this and that. This is the sequel to the official McGregor film. This is 7 Women for the McGregor, or as the poster says right there, Up the McGregors. Yes, about a Scottish family in the West. A lot of goofy comedy in this one. This is an early example of a spaghetti western comedy, I think, where they do go a little overboard with the comedy. This is a sequel to 7 Guns for the McGregor, but it does not star the actual main star of that previous film, which was Robert Woods. They replaced him with David Bailey, who I've not seen anything beyond this one. Other than that, it is a sequel to that first one, but not a good one. It has music by Morricone, but it's mostly recycled music from Fistful of Dollars. I think a little bit of the Hellbenders, and I think also Bullets Don't Argue, which will not be on this list because sadly I don't own that film. But yeah, 7 Women for the McGregors, average spaghetti western. Love Death at Owl Rock, very underrated. Yeah, I did enjoy it, but I might like it more on repeat viewings. Again, I've only watched it now the once and just basing it on the first time viewing. But Mike Barrett has not seen any. Well, we might get to a few that you might know. Definitely within 20 picks or so, I guess. You might have a few where you go like, aha, I might know that one. Not the upcoming 2 though, because these are more like German productions. I do have this on a Wild East double feature DVD, both of them, so it's appropriate that both of them come back to back. So let's just cover both of them back to back. At number 143, we have A Man Called Gringo, starring Guts George, if you want to pronounce it in the English way. Daniel Martin, who's been in a few, and then at number 142, we have, oh crap, that's me, The Last Tomahawk. So yeah, both of these are on the Wild East double feature here, Daniel Martin double feature. The Last Tomahawk actually has Anthony Stefan in it, and Karen Dor, who you might remember from You Only Live Twice, the Bond film. She was Helga Brandt in that film. So these are more like German productions, I guess, Italian co-production maybe. They qualify spaghetti westerns anyway. So, but yeah, they're very early. They're definitely pre-Sergio Leone, pre-Fistful of Dollars, all that stuff. But they're not bad. they're decent. They're decent. Next up, we have another Fedani film, I think, or is it a Fedani film? Let me actually check before I run my mouth off. No, it's not a Fedani film. I actually have to go to something we have shown earlier. We go for Thou Shalt Not Kill at number 140. Oh, no, wait, this is Dead Man Don't Make Shadows. I go for that one. 141. I stand corrected. Is Quintano or Quinto Fighting Proud, which again, the alternate title is Thou Shalt Not Kill, which is available on DVD on this Wild East double feature with The Beast, which we discussed earlier. Thou Shalt Not Kill, definitely of this double feature, it's definitely the film I prefer over the Kinski one. I watched this one recently for the first time in preparation for this list, for this ranking. And I actually did enjoy it quite a bit. It had a good story to it. It's about a bank heist. And it feels Tarantino-esque because it's about a bank heist and it deals with the criminals afterwards as they're hiding out and they kind of betray each other and turn on each other. It feels very Reservoir Dogs-esque. Also feels a lot of... it feels very Shoot the Living and Pray for the Dead-esque, which is another spaghetti western, which has a similar kind of thing. But yeah, that's a good one. I did spoil what's coming up, but let's just put that poster up again. At number 140, we have Dead Man Don't Make Shadows. Or as the trailer says, Dead Man Don't Make Shadows, starring Hunt Powers. Or Jack Batts, however way you want to pronounce it, or however you want to say, because that's his alias. But yeah, Dead Man Don't Make Shadows, which again I got very recently on this German DVD. It's another Demetrio Fedani film. Very, very enjoyable one actually for being a little bit more of a cheaper film. This one does have English audio, this German DVD. I do recommend it. I do recommend this one. Oh, there goes the fucking clock again. Every time it happens, it's like a jump scare. It's like, whoa. But no, that's Dead Man Don't Make Shadows. Next up is Craig Hill. Craig Hill has done a few spaghetti westerns. This is definitely, I think, my least favorite, the ones I've seen. Or the ones I own anyway. Bury Them Deep, which is available on a great German Blu-ray. And it's right here. Craig Hill, Tori Manny, Ken Wood. There you go. Music by Nico Fedenko, which is he's a great composer. Great composer in the genre. It's not a bad film. This is definitely, I think this is where we get average. This is where we get like very watchable, entertaining average ones. Guess you can tell that from the score that I give this film, because I give this one 4 stars. I'll probably give it 4.5 stars. And it has a, if I got the correct one, it has a 5.4 on IMDb, so that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, I know Steven is probably going to know most of these films. Dead Man Don't Make Shadows is strangely entertaining for a... Yeah, it's entertaining. It's probably Simone Blondell's best film. I really liked her role in it. Definitely enjoy it. More Craig Hill coming up. So it's a Craig Hill double feature right here. This at 139 and 138. Because at 138 we have Hands of a Gunfighter with Craig Hill, which is another one that I recently picked up. So this will be featured in my update. But here it is on the German Blu-ray, which has a much different title than Hands of a Gunfighter, I can tell you that. But I enjoyed it. So, but again, there's just so many, I couldn't quite know where to place it really. So it's like, it's in the average section is where it is right now. So yeah, it's enjoyable, average. I recommend it for fans of the genre. If you're not into the genre, you're probably not going to enjoy it, but it is what it is. I think next up, next up we have one that's part of this little box set, which I removed all the titles from it. It's just an empty shell right there for display purposes, but we have one from this box set. We have more Kinski coming up, actually. But before we do, German releases seem to put out a lot. Yes, the Germans love it. The Germans absolutely they love putting out these films. They are big appreciators of these spaghetti westerns for sure. Bury Them Deep is a fun watch. Hands of a Gunfighter was too melodramatic. I think maybe that's how I felt about it as well. It was very much melodramatic in places, yeah. but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. Oh yeah, Ramon is here, Dutch film of Hey Ramon. Rated 2.5 stars out of 5. Is that for Hands of a Gunfighter? Or is that for Dead Men Don't Make Shadows or Burn Them Deep? Anyway, welcome, Ramon. Where we left off. Oh yeah, the Kinski one is coming up. Yeah. I think this is also a Fedani film. Actually, I will double check. I'll just reveal it. It's a barrel full of dollars or a coffin full of dollars. Now I'm going to check who the director on that is. If I can find it. Yeah, it is Fedani. It is a Fedani film. And I give this one 4 stars. It's from 1971. It has a 5.1 IMDb. And like obviously you can tell it stars Klaus Kinski. It's part of that box set that I have behind me, which sadly there's not a cool cover. It's like a panoramic shot on the DVD cover. But anyway, here's the disc. I think this one also has Hunt Powers in it. So yeah, barrel full of dollars. It's a barrel of laughs. No, it's not. But it's a fun movie. I enjoy it. Oh, that was Hands of a Gunfighter that Ramon meant. Okay, there you go. So yeah, that's a barrel full of dollars or coffin full of dollars from 1971, like I said. Mike Barrett knows this one. There you go. I told you it would be a few that you might know. Yeah, this one isn't. Yeah, it is low budget, but again, I kind of enjoyed it. I own the box set. Another 2.5 stars out of 5 for me was okay. Yeah, that box set there. Yeah, the best one in that is Yankee, which trust me, we're nowhere near mentioning that one yet. But yes, this one again was one of my recent pickups from last month. It's actually directed by Enzo G. Castellari. This one has Ed Cookie Burns in it. It is Payment in Blood. I think it's also known as Red Blood, Yellow Gold, or something like that. I do like the German title for it. Yeah, Guy Madison, Ed Burns. There's the German DVD. I do like the cover on that German DVD, and I like I said, the title of it. Ein Satansbrot for Colonel Blake. I mean, it's hard to translate actually, but it's a cool title, trust me. Yeah, Enzo G. Castellari. He's done many great ones. Keoma. Johnny Yuma. I want to say no. Johnny Hamlet. Kill 'Em All, Come Back Alone. He's done many great ones. This is not one of the great ones, but it's decent. It's watchable. Yeah. TV. Steven is saying a coffin full of dollars was okay. That's pretty much how it is. Yeah. I've done a video for a while. Oh, yeah. I hope that's. We're looking forward to some more videos from one. Yeah. That would be my least favorite. Yes. But I went with films that I actually own in the collection, and I don't own Batman's River in the collection. Sadly, I've seen that piece of shit, but that would have been my least favorite if I owned it. So yeah. It got a dishonorable mention at the start, is what it got. But yeah. I've not seen Payment in Blood. Yeah, it's like I said, it's okay. It's not really worth. If you find it cheap, I'll say definitely go for it. And don't go out of your way to try and track it down. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. Waiting for Payment in Blood to get a release with an Italian audio option. Does the German one not have that? Well, to be honest, the German one, this is one of them films where you get scenes in Italian and French and Spanish and German and then in English again. It kind of switches languages. So there were bits in Italian, I think. But, the only credited languages on the back is German and English. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just watch them in English. Watching cowboys speak Italian just feels weird to me. I don't know what it is, but I know they're Italian made, but still. What is next? Yes. One of the early spaghetti westerns again, before Fistful of Dollars. This one, I think this is the very first one that Ennio Morricone did the music for, actually. And it is at 1:35. Gunfight at Red Sands, starring Richard Harrison, this one. Richard Harrison and also Giacomo Rossi Stewart. See, Aldo Sombrello's in this one, and Daniel Martin. Directed by Ricardo Blasco. Yeah, this is a very early one. I think 63 or 64, just before Fistful. Richard Harrison. This is the German Explosive Media Blu-ray, which I do recommend. It comes with German, English, and Italian audio options. So yeah, there you go. What else is in that actually? Oh, I pretty much mentioned all the people of note, but yeah, it's a decent one. I prefer the other very early Richard Harrison one, Gunfight at High Noon. I think that will be coming up in this stream, but much further down the road. I do prefer Gunfight at High Noon to Gunfight at Red Sands, but Gunfight Red Sands is not bad. It's decent. I enjoy it. Always in Italian if the audio. Well, yeah, always in English for me if the option's available. I don't know, man. I just can't get used to them speaking Italian. I don't know what it is, but Words and Pictures. Hey, Words and Pictures is here. Thank you so much for joining us. Gunfight Red Sands is a lot of fun. Yes, it is. It definitely is. But I have more fun with Gunfight at High Noon. Because I think mostly because Fernando Sancho in that one was, yeah, because Sancho is not in this one, is he? I know he's worked with Richard Harrison a lot. You know, he's not in this one. So that's why I probably prefer Gunfight at High Noon. Gunfight Red Sands is a decent early spaghetti western. Yeah, it is. For it being pre-Sergio Leone here. I know they're Italian movies, but they're set in the Wild West in America. So, yeah. If it's Giallos or Eurocrime, I give you, it's a different story because most of them take place in Italy. But Westerns take place in the West, so I prefer them speaking English. I just can't get used to seeing English signs like saloon and general store, and then everybody speaking Italian, you know. It's just one of them things. Ooh, next up is one of the Pecos films. Not My Name is Pecos, but we have the... it's too hot, guys. I'm telling you, it's too hot here. It's a very hot day. I'm not functioning well in heat, so I might fuck up a few words here and there. No, it's the follow-up, the sequel to My Name is Pecos. It is Pecos Cleans Up. Although that poster there is cool, I was kind of underwhelmed with it as a Pecos sequel because I do love the first film with Robert Woods, My Name is Pecos. And I do have that on a double feature here of Wild East. And My Name is Pecos I also have, of course, on the Arrow Video Blu-ray from one of them box sets that I got back there. But yeah, just to show Pecos Cleans Up, there it is. It's more of like an adventurous film, like a treasure hunt kind of thing from what I remember. It's okay. I did have fun with it, but obviously not that much because it's stuck at 134 out of 160. So yeah. We have another comedy coming up at 133, but before we do, many gialli also take place outside of Italy. Yes, but most of them do. Most of them do take place in Italy. Pecos Cleans Up is criminally under a fun treasure hunt western. Yes, it is fun, like I said, but not as much. I mean, again, it's tough. It's so tough, you know, because it might seem low, you know, because I got 160 movies. It might seem low at 134, but it's just because there's just so many great ones to pick from. As a matter of fact, I think probably the bottom 5, the bottom 10 are the ones where I'm like, just avoid those. And from here on, we're at films that I absolutely enjoy, all of them. Just each one a bit more than the previous one, if that makes sense. But yeah. Oh yeah, we have another comedy up next, like I said. This one stars not Terrence Hill, but Spencer, the other one, there you go. And also Jack Palance. And this is a good spaghetti western comedy. I do enjoy this one. It Can Be Done, Amigo, which, yes, this is a very, very solid one. Directed by Maurizio Lucidi, who actually, I think, directed the first Pecos, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I've got that, of course, on the Wild East DVD right there. Cool poster work on the cover. So yeah, It Can Be Done, Amigo. There you go, Jack Palance. And Bud Spencer, like I said. Actually, a spaghetti western comedy that I enjoy. Like I said, from here on out, we're at films that I do enjoy. So yeah. Same with the next one. Now, this next one has Franco Nero and Eli Wallach. And it's directed by Duccio Tessari. Wait, let me check before I run my mouth off on that, actually. Of course, it doesn't say on the fucking cover. I think it is Duccio Tessari, actually, but let me check confine in my list. Yeah, it is Duccio Tessari. Let's just reveal it. It's Don't Turn the Other Cheek, also known as Long Live Your Death, with Eli Wallach, Franco Nero, like I said, and Lynn Redgrave, directed by Duccio Tessari, who did Pistol for Ringo and The Return of Ringo. Eli Wallach kind of reprising his Tuco role, as you can see from the cover. That obviously looks like artwork from the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly with the noose there. It's not bad, like I said. This is another spaghetti western, more comedic one that I enjoy. The German title slaps Campaneros in there, but it has nothing to do with Campaneros with Nero, Milian, and again Jack Palance, which is a Corbucci one. But this is okay. It's decent. I do recommend this one. Let's see. This one has a. See, the problem with a lot of. But this is a big list and tiny print, so excuse me if I have to actually look a little bit. Yeah, 5.7 on IMDb. I give it a 5, probably 5.5 myself. So it's very middle of the road, decent, recommendable, is what it is. Still need to see Don't Turn the Other Cheek. Looks like a lot of fun. Yes, I do recommend it. Yes. I think you will actually enjoy that one quite a bit, Stephen. I haven't seen it by Tessari. Yes, we also did Ringo, like I said, Pistol for Ringo and The Return of Ringo. I've not seen any of the Zorro films, so they will not be featured here. I probably wouldn't even count them as spaghetti westerns. I know officially maybe they are, but yeah. What have we got next? Ooh, yes, another one from a Wild East double feature. And a very early one, I think, this one. Yeah, this one is from, oh, it's not that early. It's 1966, directed by, actually Mario Bava is credited for this one. Yes, the great Mario Bava. Ringo of Nebraska, also known as Savage Gringo, and we're now at place 131. Yes, 31. And I have this as part of the Spaghetti Western double feature right there by Wild East once again, along with Nicole's Shadow. It's Savage Gringo right there. As you can see, Mario Bava's name there. Yeah, considering this is Mario Bava, I mean, I love Blood and Black Clays. I love a lot of his more horror-themed films and giallos, or gialli, as we're dealing with purists here in the chat. Yeah, this was underwhelming considering it is Mario Bava, but there is also another director credited, at least according to IMDb. We have Antonio Roman, who is also credited. So maybe it was a case where maybe Bava walked out of the film or something, and somebody else took it over. Could be, could very well be. That is probably my favorite Tessari film. Yes, it's Return of Ringo, but it will be a while before we get there. Day of Anger. That's actually, oh god, so many directors. Always gets confusing with the directors, but it wasn't. That wasn't Tessari. It is Giuliano Gemma who is Ringo, of course. Tonino Valerie directed that one. So yeah. And we have Stacy here. Hey Stacy. Thanks for the fun video. Good timing. I've been missing some lately due to timing. Oh yeah, no worries. We'll be here at least for another hour or so, because I will be joining Gareth for a watch party later on. But well, we're already making good progress anyway. Yeah, thanks, Stacy. Ah, there you go. Ramon always here to lend a helping hand on the details. He co-directed indeed. There you go. Oh, Bava was a replacement. Okay, there you go. That would explain. That would explain. How are you able to rank these? How are you able to write them all down? I use this great app called Letterboxd. I put all my films in there, and I can just, with my phone or with my fingers on the phone, just boom, that one I like more, that one I like more, that one I like more. Then I transfer that list to IMDb, and I make that same list on IMDb, and that's what I print out. So this is from my IMDb list that I printed. Because IMDb, you get the printouts of the IMDb ratings and the year it was made and the director right on there. So yeah, that's how I do that. Oh yeah, it is Valerie, Tonino Valerie. We do want to see Ringo, Nebraska one of these days. Looks like it could be good. Yeah, that's, like I said, it's watchable. That's what it is. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Same as me. I got a little bit of reference, but yeah. Very high. We'll probably not get there in this list on today's stream anyway. Anything Leone is ranked pretty much near the top 10 or in the top 10. So yeah, which will not be a surprise to anyone, I'm sure. Let's see what is next. Oh yeah, 130. We'll go back to a previous edition that we showed. Yes, there we have it. Anthony Stefan, and this is allegedly one of the first ones, if not the first film directed by Enzo G. Castellari, and it is a few dollars for Django. Yeah, with Anthony Stefan, like I said. Frank Wolf is in this one, actually. Frank Wolf, another great character actor, Frank Wolf. And here's the Wild East DVD once again, a few dollars for Django. Yeah, Frank Wolf, we know him from The Great Silence. We know him from Once Upon a Time in the West as, the McBain, the head of the McBain family, the patriarch of the McBain family. Maureen! That guy. Yeah, that's Frank Wolf. Yeah, it's a good one. A few dollars for Django. That's another one where Castellari is co-credited with Leon Klimovsky. Probably butchered that, I'm sorry. So it might be another one, just like the Bava one we mentioned, where it's a co-direction or, a director took over from the other one or something. But again, 5.5 stars is probably what I give it. It has a 5.2 on IMDb, which is not bad. Next up, we have a really, really good one, though, coming up, which is, yes, a Ferdinando Baldi film. He's done quite a few. Yes, rest in peace to Frank Wolf. Indeed, he's one of my favorite character actors of the genre. Is Frank Wolf, absolutely hands down. According to the DVD and according to IMDb, he did. So I'm just going with that, Ramon. It's on the internet. It must be true. No, I think that is one of them debatable ones, but he's credited. So yeah. Let me just check that DVD because it does say it on there. Yeah, credited as directed by Leon Klimovsky. This is really the work of Enzo Castellari, credited as assistant director, is what it says on the back of the DVD. And that's written by Tom Betts. And I don't argue with Tom Betts, so yeah. But yeah, no, next up is Ferdinando Baldi. And it is my least favorite Baldi film, but still a good one. It's one I got recently again. Will be featured in the next update. Hate Thy Neighbor with George Eastman, Horst Frank, another great character actor. If you couldn't get Kinski, you would get Horst Frank. And the lovely Nicoletta Machiavelli, who we all remember from Navajo Joe, and A Minute to Pray and A Second to Die. And here's the German DVD of it that I was able to score just a few weeks ago. Yeah, it's good. But it's not as good. It's not as good as the other Baldi films. Baldi, he did Texas Adios with Franco Nero. He did, my favorite of his is The Forgotten Pistolero, which again will be much, much, much higher. Wasn't it Baldi that did Blind Man? Because yeah, that's a favorite of mine. Yeah, Baldi has done great ones. This is my least favorite of the Baldi ones, but that's not saying much because it's still a very, very enjoyable one. This one, I mean, the guy's got the fight scene with it's cool if you see it. This does occur in the film. It's not just poster art, which is cool. Let's get to a few things. Rare Wildies. Well, I probably do actually. I probably do. This double feature is quite rare. It's an early one with His Name Was King and Gunfight at High Noon. We're gonna get to that soon. No, I do own some rare ones. I think not as rare as Carlos. Carlos owns pretty much all of them. He owns the very first ones, and yeah, I don't own that many or that much rare ones, but yeah. Is that where? Oh, okay. Letterboxd, I don't know. I got the information of the DVD and again IMDb. So yeah, I did make the list on Letterboxd, but not seeing this one. Is that the only release? I think so, actually. Perfect time to plug a great website. Check out the Spaghetti Western database. They will definitely know if this is the only edition or not. So type this into the SWDB and you will get the editions coming up. What is available. I think it's also actually on YouTube, this film. I think I might have seen it on YouTube. I can't say that 100% for sure, but looking for that cool Koch edition of Hate Thy Neighbor as well. Yeah, I just found it a few weeks ago on Amazon. It was available and quick shipping, so that was $129, so we're really moving up there. 128, we have another Anthony Stefan film. It's one that you might have seen in my previous update once again. And it is Why Go On Killing, or Why Kill Again, or Now the Pistols Speak, as the German title goes. Starring Anthony Stefan, Evelyn Stewart, who is another great genre actress. She's been in tons of stuff, even some giallis and all that stuff. Also, Pepe Calvo, Jose Calvo is in this one, who was Silvanito in A Fistful of Dollars. And here's the German DVD, which is readily available still. You can still get this one. There you go. You have the specs on there and the people that are in there. There you go. This one directed by Eduardo Malagia and Jose Antonio de la Loma. So many foreign names. It's getting tricky at this point, but yeah. Why Go On Killing? It's a good one. This one is definitely on YouTube because that's where I saw it first. I actually thought this was Blood at Sundown with Anthony Stefan and Johnny Garco. That is a film called Blood at Sundown. This one is also known as Blood at Sundown, so that's where the confusion was. So yeah, it's confusing, but that's how I watched the film for the first time on YouTube, thinking it was the one with Garco, but it's a different one. But just watch out. Alternate title for this is Blood at Sundown, which is not to be confused with the much greater Blood at Sundown. Not a bad film though. I do enjoy that one quite a bit. A lot of Koch media is very expensive. Yeah, when they're out of print, it's like anything, man. It's so hard to get. It's you gotta look out for them, and you gotta track items and all that stuff on Amazon, and just notify me when available and all that stuff. I have Why Go On Killing on my list to pick up. Awesome. I'm sure you will enjoy it, Steven. Mike has a few. Have you seen any Red Pasta? They were spaghetti westerns made for the communist Russia audience. I don't think I've seen those, no. I've only seen the Italian-made ones and some German-made ones and Spanish, Italian, French, co-productions and all that stuff, but yeah. No, definitely not any Russian ones, that's for sure. Let's see, that was 128. 127, we go back to Richard Harrison. Richard Harrison, like I said, has done quite a few. This is considered one of his better ones, and I think it is. I mean, this is pretty high. This is, not as low as the ones we've already mentioned. I like it. It's El Rojo from, what's the year on this? 1966. There you go. Directed by Leopoldo Savano. Again, we're still at the point where I give these films 5.5 stars or so-ish. This one has a cool German media book release. There's Richard Harrison looking all badass on the cover, shooting some guys in a saloon. El Rojo. Yeah, this is a good one. I do enjoy this one, and I do recommend it for fans of the genre. I think you can still get this edition. Don't quote me on that 100%, but I think you can still get it. And it's good. It has English audio, and German, and Italian. There you go. Yeah, it says on the back anyway. So yeah. Too expensive, but when Koch still did DVD, the spaghetti were very rare. Were very cheap. Always bought them myself in a 6 for €30 sales back then. Yes, those sales are great. Yeah. I mean, they still have a few of those sales every now and then, but yeah, those, yeah. Vengeance is Richard Harrison's best, I think. Yeah, Vengeance is actually one that I picked up or I received just a week ago or so before this video, or yeah, before this stream. It's coming up in part 2 or part 3, so yeah. Yeah, best is a tie between El Rojo and Vengeance. That's what I've heard anyway, but it's not necessarily my best or my favorite of his. I'm a big fan of His Name Was King, so you might be expecting that one to be my favorite of the Richard Harrison ones. Red Pasta were Italian ones sent to Russia. Well, okay, like I said, I probably haven't seen those. Stopped buying spaghetti westerns some 10 years ago, just an occasional one, maybe since. I own most of the good ones. Yeah, I just want to own as much as I can. That's my stance on it, because I just fucking love them. Even if they're like run-of-the-mill, yeah, love them. So that was Al Rojo. Next up, we have another one by Eduardo Malagria, I think. Again, I'm saying these things just out of memory. I have to double check, actually. It is Eduardo Malagria, yeah. This is a really good one. It's a little film called Shamango. Not to be confused with, of course, Django or Shango with Anthony Stefan. This is another one of these films that ends with A-N-G-O. This is a different one. This one stars Ivan Rasimov and his sisters in this one, Rada Rasimov. Now, Ivan Rasimov, I think more known for the Giallo films that he's in, Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward, All the Colors of the Dark, Your Vice's Lock Room, Only I Have the Key, those films, and some other ones. Here's my German brewery of it, Django, Crosses and the Bloody Sands. Yeah, that's a rough translation. It's good. This one is really good. I wish this could be higher, but again, there's just, yeah, there's too many to pick and choose from. It's great to have all of these, but try and rank them, man. This has been definitely, this is the worst ranking I've had, or the hardest ranking I've had to put together. Let's put it that way. It was the worst time for me to put this together. That's what I meant to say. Mike Barrett needs to give Raw a rewatch. Yeah, definitely do. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah, Shamango's. I will probably go along there. It is an underrated gem. Like I said, I wish I could have put it higher, but yeah, it was just so hard, so hard. But I do really really love Shamango, and I do recommend it for sure. Shamango is a good one. Strange Rise of Mrs. Ward. Yes, we're not talking Giallos here, but man, that is one of my favorite Giallos for sure. Yeah, absolutely love that film. Anything with Edwige in it, to be honest, you can't go wrong. Let's see. Let's just move right along to number 125, where we have Sergio Corbucci's very first film, allegedly. But it is Massacre at Grand Canyon. Now, Corbucci is credited. He's co-credited, so it's again one of those things. Did he direct the full thing? Did he not do? Oh, those fucking clocks! Are you fucking kidding me? Well, I'm just gonna let them go for a bit because I hate talking over the clocks. Anybody has some C4 that I can plant on the clock tower to make it explode so I don't have to deal with that fucking clock again? It stopped. Okay. No, Massacre Grand Canyon, I have this part of the Wild East double feature here. Again, it's one of them things where people say it's directed by Corbucci or it's not. He's credited, so we'll count it as a Corbucci one, but it's very, very, very run-of-the-mill. It's one of the early ones. It's way before Fistful of Dollars. It's even way before he did Minnesota Clay, which already began to feel a bit more spaghetti western-esque. This one just feels like an American western. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but yeah, it's definitely not a typical spaghetti western. It's very run-of-the-mill, but I do enjoy it. It has was it Christopher Mitchum was in it? James Mitchum. It is James Mitchum, so one of the Mitchum boys in this. Yeah, it's solid. It's solid. I did do a review of the film on my Corbucci review series that I did 3 years ago at this point. Hey, Matt is here. Puckwall 316. There you go. Any room for Rick Dalton films? Yes, we do have Nebraska Jim coming up. Yeah. Yeah, Rick Dalton films. Yes, he did went on to Italy and become a spaghetti western star, didn't he? Yeah. Ramon told me not to equate the Netherlands to clocks. Yes, good evening, Matt. I tried watching Massacre Grand Canyon not too long back and just could not get into it. Yeah, I think it's either one. If you stick with it, you might get something out of it. But yeah, it takes a lot of time to get going with the plots. I will say that. But I stuck with it, of course, definitely for the review that I did back then. But I've seen 9 Corbucci westerns, not this one. Oh. Well, I've seen them all. I've seen them all. We're actually going to mention one coming up soon again. In a bit. First, we go to number 124, where we have God Forgives, I Don't, the actual serious Terence Hill and Bud Spencer western. So no comedy in this one. I do really, really like it. Again, I wish it could be higher. I have the Dutch DVD of it. probably the only Dutch DVD actually that I have in my entire spaghetti western collection. Yeah, so this probably is the only spaghetti western that actually has Dutch subtitles, so I can actually make somebody else in the Netherlands watch this that might not know English as well as me. So yeah, but yeah, God Forgives I Don't, actually a good one. I really, really recommend that one. That's good. Let's see, okay, just trying to not mess up the piles. Yeah, God Forgives I Don't. It's part of like a little trilogy with Ace High and Boot Hill. I do think I actually do prefer Ace High because we haven't mentioned that one yet, but I do really, really like God Forgives I Don't, and I love the title. Love the title. Watched this one many times as a kid. Wish I could say the same, but no, I didn't watch any Terence Hill but Spencer stuff as a kid. Probably my favorite Spencer Hill. Yeah, it's of the ones they did together. I will go along with that. I will definitely go along with that. Yeah, yeah. The Colizzi trilogy. This is directed by Giuseppe Colizzi. Let me see if that is correct. Where are we actually on the ranking? Yeah, God Forgives I Don't. Yeah, Giuseppe Colizzi. Yeah, he directed those three films with yeah, God Forgives I Don't, Ace High, and Boot Hill. So yeah, I recommend that one. It seems to be getting some love, so it's one that's more known. So happy to see that. Next up is another Corbucci one. I actually might swap this with God Forgives I Don't. I think I definitely prefer God Forgives I Don't to this one. This might be a little flaw in the ranking, but we have Sergio Corbucci's last spaghetti western up next, which is a spaghetti western comedy starring Eli Wallach, Thomas Millian, and Giuliano Gemma. And it is, ignore that title because it's mostly known as The White, the Yellow, and the Black, even though it says shoot first, ask questions later there. I haven't seen that title on any DVD or anything beyond this little poster here, but yeah, The White, the Yellow, and the Black. I might actually swap this with God Forgives I Don't. So this should be actually 124, and God Forgives I Don't is 123 because yeah, it's even though I do enjoy the spaghetti western, this comedy, as far as comedies go, yeah, it's. I wouldn't put it. Yeah, I wouldn't put it higher than God Forgives I Don't. So I might swap that around actually. So yeah, but I still like it. God Forgives I Don't. I'm still trying to find and see. Yeah, if you can, Steven, definitely get that. Where I put it now? Oh yeah, definitely try and get this DVD. Or I think there's also a Scandinavian Blu-ray which is region free. But yeah, if you go DVD, this is probably the best DVD option to get. I actually do have to upgrade that to Blu-ray myself. That film. Don't like Boot Hill much. I actually have not seen Boot Hill. Boot Hill is the only one of the trilogy that I have not seen, to be fair. I've not seen this one. I'm afraid I'm not going to like it. Oh, the White, the Yellow, and the Black. Oh yeah, let me show that. Which that's available on German DVD only. With English audio, that is. Yeah, Thomas. Three great stars. Thomas Millian, Giuliano Gemma, Eli frickin' Wallach. But yeah, it's one of the worst ones. But it's also, again, I like it over a lot of films, so it's not bottom of the barrel spaghetti western for me as it is for many people. I like it. But yeah, it is not good. if that's going to be one of your first films in the genre, you probably are not going to like it at all. You're not going to like the genre at all. So yeah, that is a Dutch DVD. Yes, Mike, indeed. Millian does play. That's one of the big problems with it. Millian plays an Asian guy, and he has a very, very, very annoying, grating, and I guess offensive, racist Asian accent as well. So yeah, it's yeah. The less said, the better, probably about Millian. It's probably my least favorite Millian film. Yeah, we haven't mentioned anything Millian, so it is my least favorite Millian film. The White, the Yellow, and the Black is sadly not that good. A shame with the Corbucci and that cast, and somehow they. Well, I can curse on my channel. They fucked up. They fucked up. It's a, yeah. However, it's not all too low. It's not all too high. So it's kind of, yeah. I tolerate it more than most people, I think. So yeah. Anyway, number 122. We have one that's again part of a double feature on Wild East, and it is Tequila Joe, which is actually a damn good spaghetti western. kind of Rio Bravo-esque with a drunk sheriff. It's really, really good, actually. It's part of this double feature with A Hole Between the Eyes, a Anthony Guidra double feature. Tequila Joe, man, that's a really, really good one. Actually, I think Mike Barrett, this might be a rare Wild East DVD because it's volume 29, which is very, very early, and I got it for a really good deal, actually, a couple of years ago. This might be actually one of the rarest ones that I have in my collection. Well, no, Tequila Joe, man, what a good film. Trying to see who actually directed that. Does it say on the back? It does. Director Vincent Eagle. That's very American sounding. It must be a pseudonym, but that's what it says on the back here anyway. Yeah, Tequila Joe. I'm actually losing the daylight here, so I might have to fix my lighting conditions soon. But Orange Wetsuit is here. Sonny and Jed. Oh, we will not be mentioning Sonny and Jed this stream, I think, because I actually really fucking love Sonny and Jed. But that's a good shout. That's a good one, actually. Yeah, but it will be a while before we get to that one. Anyway, number 121. I own this one on bootleg. It is available on YouTube. It is available on official releases, just not with English audio. So that's why I have a bootleg of it, because this bootleg has English audio. No, it's not that one. Oop. It's They Call Him Cemetery with Gianni Garco and William Berger, or Berger, as the Germans would pronounce it. But yeah, They Call Him Cemetery, which has a kick-ass main theme that you might recognize from Red Dead Revolver. It's used in there. I use it for a recent Spaghetti Western short, or did I? No, I don't think I did it on the shorts. I did it for something else, but it's got a cool kick-ass theme. It's has comedic moments, but they're not annoying enough in this instance to drag the film down for me. I actually appreciated the comedic moments. Here's the bootleg DVD that I have of it. Obviously, you can tell it's a bootleg, but yeah. That's how I got it. Until there's an official release with English audio, I'm happy with this one. I mean, hell, the movie's on YouTube, so I guess, it's out there. So yeah. But I do enjoy that one. Love the Sonny and Jed. So yeah, Morricone, man. Morricone, the soundtrack there. Sonny and Jed has got a good soundtrack. Yay. Oh, so you must like, yeah. Okay. Probably. Hey, Gareth is here. Yeah. Only seen Less Than 10. I don't think you even seen that one. I think you've seen the Dollars trilogy. You've seen Once from Time in the West, I think, right, Gareth? I don't think you've even seen like stuff like Sabata. So yeah. But yeah, no, I think yeah, there's a lot that you don't know about this. On this list. Tequila Joe sounds like a great one, and They Call Him Cemetery. I'm on the fence about seeing. It's actually, I was on the fence as well, but I checked it out. I really, really liked it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I really, really did. This one should have been higher on the list. I was surprised how good it was. I wasn't expecting it to be as good, but I really, really enjoyed it. I mean, the kick-ass theme is a big part of why. And I do love the team up of Berger and Garco. This is definitely a great Garco film, that's for sure. It's really great. Now this next one, I know it's a particular favorite of Steven, actually. It's one of Anthony Steffen's better ones. I do rate this one high. Number 120, so we're almost there. We have Alone and Angry Man, which is more commonly known as A Coffin for the Sheriff, which also has the great genre regular Eduardo Fajardo in this one as a blonde bad guy. It's directed by Mario Caiano, who is a good director. Enjoyed, well, pretty much the bulk of his filmography that I've seen. And it has a great soundtrack by Francesco Damasi. And here's the German DVD that I have. It's also available on the Wild East DVD if you can still get that. This one is out there. I don't think this one is on YouTube. It might be, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, Coffin for the Sheriff, IP German, Colosseo film release. Yeah, it is Colosseo film. Really, really good. I rate this one high. Not as high as obviously some other Anthony Steffen films that I haven't yet mentioned, but it is one that I do rate highly. Let's move on right along to number 119 while we're at it. The Moment to Kill with George Hilton, another very, very good one, also with Horst Frank. And also Walter Barnes. Walter Barnes, who you might remember from The Big Gun Down, or you might remember him from some Clint Eastwood films like High Plains Drifter. He's in there. And also Every Which Way But Loose, he's in there as well. It's Tank Murdoch. Yeah, this is a really good one. Of course, the Germans have to slap Django on there, which, yeah. It's got the great Horst Frank. Like I said, if you can't get Klaus Kinski, you will get this guy, because this guy made just as good as a bad guy as Kinski did, with a similar look, with blonde, blue eyes, German. So yeah, if you couldn't get Kinski, you would get Horst Frank to be your villain. And yeah, George Hilton, again, he's done many great ones, in my opinion. I think that's the first of Hilton's that we are mentioning. So yeah, it took a while before we mentioned anything with Hilton. So yeah. Yeah, Gotham. Yeah, I know Steven likes this one. There you go. Gotham of Share is really good and entertaining one. It is, and I really love the soundtrack. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I can see that. I haven't seen it, but most Stephen westerns are very watchable. Yeah, yeah, I will agree. I will agree. Yes. Got the Wild East DVD of Gotham for Sheriff. There you go. Yes, I don't have that one. That's one of the Wild East ones that I don't have. I saw the Moment to Kill 2 years ago. I thought it was really well done and entertaining. Yes, it is. And yeah, like Ramon says, it's directed by Giuliano Cornameo, who is a good director. Yes, and he did a splendid job on directing that film. Number 118 is a film that I think a lot of people would rate higher, but it didn't do all that much for me, despite having a good cast. And it is an entertaining one, this one, but I don't know, this is where I place it. At number 118 is The Five-Man Army with Peter Graves, Bud Spencer, Tetsuro Tamba, who was Tiger Tanaka in You Only Live Twice. Yeah, I couldn't quite get into this one as much as I hoped. It's actually directed by Don Taylor, so it's like a more Euro-Western, I guess. It's not an Italian director on this one, but yeah, The Five-Man Army, I got that German media book from Koch Media, or Play on Pictures, I should say. They released 2 years ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. I was hoping to like this one more than I did, but I just found it kind of, well, you can see where it's placed in the list. It's not bad, it's also not great. It's in the middle. It's slapdash in the middle. So yeah. Let's see. I'm sure some of you might like it more. Walter Barnes was a pro USA football player. Yes, I have read that about him. That is very true. Yes. Yeah, and my list would. This will probably be higher in many people's list. Pretty Decent Dirty Dozen Spaghetti. Yes, see, there's one of those that I like a little bit more, directed by Castellari. That will be coming up much higher. So, but it is good. Like I said, actually, let me just change the lighting a little bit because we are losing the daylight. I'm almost in the dark here, you know. Let's see, make some more lights while we can. There we go. Whoa, that is a lot more light. There you go. Played for Steven's old home team. The Philadelphia Eagles, the Philly Eagles. Yes, go Philly. Everybody knows I love Philly because of Rocky. See, that was a five-man army. Yes, number 117, we have a film that has a much better version. Although this one it's not bad. It stars Joseph Cotton. And again, like I said, it has a much better version of it. But this is the OG version, The Tramplers, with also a very young Franco Nero in it before he was Django. And who else is in this one? Gordon Scott is actually in this one. Produced and directed by Albert Band. Yeah, Franco Nero. And that's pretty much where the famous names end. I have it on Wild East DVD. I know this one is available now in Germany on a Blu-ray, which I should get, but I still have this DVD right here. And they do tout that, you know, they do proudly put on the cover that features the original Django Franco Nero, even though he's not the main star, but he has a small role in it. But yeah, this kind of got a quasi remake or a different version as the Hellbenders, which I highly prefer much more to this one, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I do like Joseph Kahn. I like seeing him. So yeah. Hey, Sparks is here. My good mate Sparks. Hey, how's it going, sir? Back to the Future 3 is my favorite Western. I'll get me goat. Well, yeah, you know, it's to each their own. I like Back to the Future 3, but yeah. Get your goat, Sparks. Yeah. I watched the Western today. John Wayne and Ford's Three Godfathers. That's a John Wayne film that I actually have not seen yet. I do have to check that one out, to be fair. You liked it. Okay. Well, that's enough for me. Then I'm going to watch it. If Ramon says he likes it, it must be at least watchable. So yeah. Number 116. This is a very entertaining, watchable one. Again, this might be more of a Dirty Dozen, Man of a Mission kind of spaghetti western. At number 116, we have Professionals for a Massacre with George Hilton. There he is again. George Martin. No, not that George Martin. And Ed Cookie Burns. Yes. Give me a comb, Cookie. Yeah, Ed Cookie Burns. Again in this one. Yeah, there you go. That's the German, excuse the glare. Not Koch Media. Explosive Media. Blu-ray. It's directed by Nando Cicero. It is Nando Cicero, who's also done a great spaghetti western called Last of the Batman, I think. He directed that one. Jose Badalo is in this one, who you might remember as General Hugo and Django. Really great film. I love it. Some great action scenes. Even though Ed Cookie Burns is kind of ripping off Clint Eastwood there, especially with the poncho that they give him. Yeah. It is what it is. Entertaining. I enjoy it quite a bit. The Tramplers is yes, it is more melodramatic than the Hellbenders, which is probably why I like the Hellbenders a bit more. Well, quite a bit more. Man, I love the Hellbenders. Alright, there we go. Number 115. Let's just put the poster up as I get the details for it. Dead Men Don't Count, which is a great title. I think it's also known as Cry for Revenge. This one stars Anthony Stephan. There he is again. And also Mark Damon. And there he is again, because we also mentioned Mark Damon earlier. And this one is directed by Rafael Romero Marchand. And it also has Piero Lolli, genre regular Piero Lolli, with music by Riz Ortolani. And here's the German media book of that film. Another very entertaining Anthony Stephan film, and also Mark Damon. Yeah, this one I do really, really enjoy. See, we're almost there, guys. We're fucking almost there. Let's see what you guys think about this one. Oh, we got TV Nash or Steven commenting on Professionals for Massacre. Oh, it's on his wish list. Yeah, again, that's another one. I'm sure you will enjoy that one, Steven. I'm sure you will. I saw Two Road Together, a John Ford Western never saw before yesterday. Pretty good, but nowhere near his best. I have not seen that one, so that one goes straight to my list as well. I always love getting these recommendations there, guys. It's great. I'll definitely have to get that on, yeah. Walter Brown's football team. Philadelphia Eagles, yes, the Philly Eagles. Dead Men Don't Count is loads of fun with a good twist. Yeah, put that on the, put that as a quote on the Blu-ray. Because that's exactly what it is, yes. I 100% agree. Three Godfathers, there you go. So yeah, as we are almost there, let's have a little commercial break. Because I did find a cool commercial with the great Lee Van Cleef. So gives me a good time to just quickly go for a cigarette. And then we'll get back to finishing up this list. So here's the commercial. So there you go, guys. That's the Lee Van Cleef commercial. Oh, hang on. There we go. And that was actually for a Dutch beer, Bavaria, which I'm Dutch and I know that brand. Don't recommend it. But yeah, Lee Van Cleef, man, you can't go wrong with Lee Van Cleef. Let's just go through a few more comments. Actually, I can do a few picks on the list as I'm here in the shower in the bathroom. Yeah, he does get that quite a bit, Anthony Stefan. Yeah, a lot of people say he's a bit wooden and stuff, but I really enjoy him. I enjoy him in the spaghetti western, and also in I've seen him in one giallo. I know he's done a few, I think, but I love him in The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave. I think he's great in that film. I think that's a great film anyway. So yeah, no, Anthony Stefan, he's great. Yes, definitely check out Hellbenders, Mr. Dan. It's one that I highly recommend. Is that a top 21? I'm not sure if it's a top 21 at the moment. I have to cheat and check out my list, but it's one I rate very near top. So yeah, very close to the top. Mike Barrett is not a fan of the Three Godfathers. Well, I'm more of a fan of the first two. The third one, that's the other Godfathers. Okay. No, that's a stupid joke. Sorry. My favorite Ford westerns are My Darling Clementine. Yes, definitely. Searchers, yes. Sage Boots. Yeah, that's probably my favorite. I did the last one, Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. I absolutely love The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Yes. Anyway, welcome, Sparks. Have you packed your coat yet? Yes, the great LVC. Can't go wrong with LVC. The Midas commercials with Van Cleef, John Philip Law, and John Quaid are great. I'll have to see about getting those. Maybe we can play those in the next stream. Because yeah, Van Cleef and John Philip Law, they do star in a great spaghetti western together. So yeah, I rate the Three Godfathers 3 out of 5. Oh, that's a pretty good score. So yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out. Awesome. Anyway, we left off at the 115 spots. Okay, so we only have a few films left. Next up is Dev Smith and Johnny Ears, actually, with Franco Nero and the great Anthony Quinn. As soon as I get back to the movie room and finish this thing here, I will show you the DVD I have for it, which is a bootleg. But this is actually, a lot of people give this film shit. They really do, but I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. A part of the soundtrack is used in the video game Red Dead Revolver once again. So I recognize that instantly because I played that a hell of a lot when I was a kid. So when I watched the film, I was like, hey, this song is in the game. I recognize it. It's great to see Franco Nero and Anthony Quinn together. I think they have good chemistry in the film. It is an odd one because I think Quinn plays the deaf guy. He's deaf and mute, so he doesn't speak in the film. And Franco Nero plays a kind of very goofy character. It's more comedic, this one. But I actually did not mind this one for a comedy. So yeah, I like Dev Smith and Johnny Ears. Yeah, Night Evelyn, that's a great one. I absolutely love The Night Evelyn Came Out of the Grave. Soon I might do a giallo ranking as well. Mike Barrett, My Darling Clementine, and She Wore a Yellow Ribbon are. I have not seen She Wore a Yellow Ribbon though. That's one I still have to watch of the Cavalry films. I've seen the other one with Henry Fonda. I just forget the title of it right now, but yeah, I have not seen that one though, but I have to check it out. Stephen didn't care much for Dev Smith and Johnny Ears, but yeah, Anthony Quinn, Franco Nero, they had good chemistry, absolutely. I recommend it. I do remember. It gets shit from a lot of people, but I really do enjoy it. Yeah, Fort Apache, thank you. That's the one. Yes, I've seen that one. Yes, I do own that one, actually. I own the Blu-ray of it. Let's finish this sucker up. There we go. Shit. The tripod is too big to make it through. There we go. We're back in the movie room. You can admire all my great posters and pictures. There you go. We're back. Oop. This thing is too big to carry around. Gotta make a note of that. Anyway, Dev Smith, Johnny Ayers. Like I said, I would show you the edition I have. This is the bootleg DVD. Anthony Quinn, Franco Nero again there. It's also known as Los Amigos. I think it's 71 or 70. Let me take a quick look. Oh, I have to go to my next page. Because, yeah, a top 160 is 3 pages. So, yeah, we'll already cover the first page. Yeah, oh, there, Dev Smith, Johnny Ayers had a 5.6 on IMDb, actually. And that's calculated from 768 votes. And I give it 5.5. Again, it's very decent, middle of the road. So yeah, that's Dev Smith and Johnny Ayers. Let's go on to 113. And it is Ramon, the Mexican. Not Ramon the Dutch film buff. No, Ramon the Mexican. Which is, again, a very, very entertaining spaghetti western. I got this on the Wild East DVD, along with California, which we're not going to mention in this episode. I actually have to thank Mike from Mike's DVD and Blu-ray collection for sending me this particular edition. So thank you, Mike, if you're watching or if you're watching on a playback. Yeah, Ramon the Mexican with Robert Hundar. Yeah, there you go. There's the people that are in it. I really enjoy and highly recommend that one. It's definitely one of the better ones. Again, as obviously we're moving towards the top 100 now, so we are getting very good ones now. I actually have to get a different. Hang on. Oh yeah, I have to get. Bear with me, guys, as we're still doing this on the fly. Crap. I'm looking for. That's the sound of DVDs and Blu-rays hitting the ground. No, this is actually not. I'm not finding it right now. Now, obviously, I showed the edition that I had with Wanted earlier. But anyway, next up at 112, it is Wanted with Giuliano Gemma, directed by, oh God, always forget the director. He's done a few with Gemma. He's done 3 films with him. Giorgio Ferroni. There you go. Oh, and I found my DVD of it. That's good news. As I'm just cleaning up quickly the films that fell over. There you go. And yes, we did find the DVD. Wanted with Giuliano Gemma. There you go. Calvin J. Paget, who's the pseudonym of Giorgio Ferroni. Now, a lot of people like this one. I know Jay Jennings from the Spaghetti Westerns podcast, he really likes Wanted. I think he said it's his favorite Gemma film. It's definitely not for me. I much prefer other Gemma films, but not a bad film at all, Wanted. I do have to get a better copy because the print on this Wild East DVD is not the greatest. I think there's better prints out there, but yeah, it's what it is. But I do really enjoy it. I don't mind buying bootlegs. Sometimes you just have to. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's not Ramon the Dutch film, but it's Ramon the Mexican. California is definitely the best on that disc. Yes, I will agree there, because obviously we have not mentioned California yet, other than mentioning it is on that disc. Ramon the Mexican is a good little film. Supposedly it's a companion piece to Fistful of Dollars. I have heard that as well. I don't really see it, but I've heard that, yeah. Ferroni trilogy, yes. I much prefer For Juma Gold. I think that's the other one they did, and Blood for a Silver Dollar. I love Blood for a Silver Dollar. Ah, there you go. Yeah, $1 silver dollar or Blood for a Silver Dollar, and For Juma Gold. Yes, I much prefer those two to Wanted myself, but I do see why people like Wanted the best out of the trilogy as well. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, next up we have I might get a little shit for this because not many people consider it all too great, but I just love the gimmick of it, that it is a Wild West meets Wild East film, East meets West film with Kung Fu. It's a spaghetti Western Kung Fu film hybrid. At number 111, we have The Fighting Fist of Shanghai Joe. Now, I absolutely love this film. There are some brutal kills in it. There's some great martial arts in it, actually. It's a cool martial arts western, and here is the Blu-ray of it, The Fighting Fist of Shanghai Joe, with a great music score by Bruno Nicolai, actually, directed by Mario Caiano. So we've mentioned him again, I think for Coffin for the Sheriff, yes. But yeah, this is another great one. I love The Fighting Fist of Shanghai Joe. It might not be a favorite for many, but it is a favorite for me. I rate it highly, so yeah. There we go. One was part of the bargain set DVD that I picked up a long time ago. The print, yeah, the print on the Wildies, it's not really that great as well. On Thai DVD, oh, that's where Ramon bought it. Okay, wow, those must be rare. A Thai DVD, wow. Anyway, moving right along. This one, it's debatable if it's spaghetti or more Euro Western. I mean, Euro spaghetti, it's kind of, they blend together. But I do include it for the list because I own it. This one stars the great Telly Savalas, or it has Telly Savalas in it anyway. It's A Town Called Bastard with Robert Shaw as well and Stella Stevens. So yeah, this is more Euro Western, not necessarily spaghetti Western, but it is a very, very good one. It also has Al Letteri in it from The Godfather and Mr. Majestic and The Getaway. Aldo Sambrell is in this one, the great Aldo Sambrell, Fernando Rey. Yeah, it's a great cast and it's a great Euro Western, and I have it on the Spanish Blu-ray right here. There you go, Telly. You can't go wrong with Telly. I love Telly. Who loves your baby? I do, Telly. Yeah, absolutely love that guy. Fighting Fist of Shanghai Joe is fun. Had a fantastic cast, indeed. Yeah, Klaus Kinski was in that one, wasn't it? Yeah, Klaus Kinski is in that one. Shanghai Joe is great. Yeah, avoid the sequel. I have seen it, sadly. I don't own it, but I've seen it. Love a good kung fu western. I'll check it out. Oh, then you will definitely enjoy this one. You will. This one I don't know if I've ever seen. Is that Town Called Bastard? Town Called Hell? Stranger in the Gun. Yes, that will turn up. Yes, that will turn up. Yes, indeed. Watch Town Called Bastard on YouTube, I think. It might actually be on YouTube. Yes, it might be. Again, there's a lot that are available on YouTube, so yeah. Anyway, next up, number 109. This is where my top 150 would probably have ended, but yeah, since it's a 160, we'll have a few to go left. But George Hilton, once again, in Last of the Batman, also starring Eduardo Fajardo. And let me cheat because I have the DVD. Oh, Frank Wolf. Yeah, Frank Wolf is in this one again. Directed by Nando Cicero. And here is the German Blu-ray, which is Tarantino. Tarantino likes it. That's pretty much what that says. But yeah, Time of the Vultures is an alternate title for it. Last of the Batman. I do recommend this one. It's a very, very... It's a little gem, I guess. It's a little gem. Oh, crap. Ooh. Oh, yeah, the Savalas one. There you go. Yeah, the Town Called Bastard. Spanish Blu-ray of it. But yeah, the sound quality is not the best on that. I think that might actually be better on the Kino Lorber Blu-ray. I think they released it as well. From Dollar Tree under the title Town Called Hell. Yes, that is what it's also called. The Town Called Hell or Town Called Bastard. Yeah. I prefer Town Called Bastard myself, but yeah. Town Called... Oh, wait, where are we at? 109 is where we at with Last of the Batman. Yeah, it's poor sound quality. Town Called Hell, yeah. Decent one. Own the DVD. Was a late DVD box set. Yes, there is a box set of those available. The Spaghetti Westerns or Westerns Unchained line. There's a box set of that, but I have the individual releases. Last of the Batman, strange one, but good. It does feel more American, but it's like I said, it's pretty good. It's yeah. Next up, this one, a lot of people do like it. I'm not the biggest fan of it. This is why it's a little lower, but again, it's not bottom of the barrel. But number 108, it is The Unholy Four, with the great Woody Strode, who you guys see there in the artwork. We also have, oh God, who else is in this one? I actually don't know where I got the DVD for that right now. I have it on a Wild East double bill somewhere, but I just can't find it right now amidst all the chaos of all the editions that I have. But I have it on the DVD along with The Forgotten Pistolero. Actually, I might. Forgotten Pistolero, that's. No. I might actually have it here somewhere then. Because the films I haven't ranked in this part, I have it behind me, so. Yes, I do actually. There's The Unholy Four along with The Forgotten Pistolero. That's my DVD of it. So it's available. It's also on Blu-ray actually by Kino Lorber. So yeah. It's okay. It's okay, that one. Average. For me anyway. Oh, Mr. Dan's a fan of it though. Again, I like it, but not that much, you know. It's one of them things. Anyway, let's move right along because I'm gonna join Gareth in 20 minutes, so gotta make this quick. Next up is at number 107. It is appropriately titled Seven Guns. At 107, it's Seven Guns for the McGregors. Definitely my preferred McGregor film. Again, this one stars the great Robert Woods. There you go. Seven Pistols or Seven Guns for the McGregors with an Ennio Morricone score. It does have some comedy in it. Again, very early examples of the genre having some comedy elements, but not bad. Definitely much preferred to Seven Women for the McGregors, if you ask me. Obviously, that's why I have it on that spot. Next up at 106, we have Umberto Lenzi. Yes, Umberto Lenzi, Cannibal Ferox, and all the great Thomas Millian Eurocrime films. He directed this one with Peter Lee Lawrence. It's A Gun for 100 Graves, or A Pistol for 100 Coffins. I think that's another title for it. Again, I have that as part of the Wild East double bill right here with Ride for a Massacre, which is definitely the better one of the two. But A Gun for 100 Graves, again, directed by Umberto Lenzi. It's not a bad one. It's one that I do enjoy. It's average. I guess above average. We're really getting to above average films at this point, I think. Ones that are definitely well worth looking, well worth seeking out. Let's put it that way. I love Forgotten Pistolero is one of my favorites of all of them. That's going to be very, very high for sure. Compared to Unholy Four, yeah, it's definitely the standout film. Woody Strode. I mean, you can't go wrong with Woody Strode. Always great seeing Woody Strode. Definitely one of my favorite actors of the westerns for sure. Ramon hasn't seen it. It's not a bit. I love Peter Lee Lawrence. I absolutely love Peter Lee Lawrence. He's another one of my faves for sure. I can definitely see that, but I don't know what it is. But I really like him. Next up, yes, we have the other Pecos film. Now, we've already mentioned Pecos Cleans Up, but here's the original and the best one of the Pecos films with Robert Woods. My name is Pecos, which he says in the film quite a few times, actually. So yeah, I have it on the Wild East double feature Blu-ray, and of course I have it in the Arrow Video edition, which is from the Vengeance Trails box set. So yeah, there you go. My name is Pecos with Robert Woods. I definitely recommend the Arrow edition because you get some great interviews and special features on there, including an interview with the great Robert Woods. So yeah, My Name is Pecos. That's a really good one. Next up, we have a film by Lucio Fulci. A lot of people love this one. I like it. I like it a hell of a lot, don't get me wrong. But I'm not in love with it, as some people are. But number 104, we have 4 of the Apocalypse, directed by Lucio Fulci, with Fabio Testi, Lynn Frederick, Michael J. Pollard. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I have it on the Blue Undergrounds, DVD still, which is still a good edition, holds up. But of course, I also have it on the Arrow Video Blu-ray. Now, I love Lucio Fulci. Not too crazy on most of his westerns, except for Massacre Time. For the Apocalypse is one of them where I'm like, I can take it or leave it most of the times, but I do still like it a lot. But it's just not a rewatchable one for me. It's not one that I go back to often, if that makes sense. So yeah, but for the Apocalypse, it's if you like Fulci, you might get a kick out of it, but don't expect zombie flesh eater style gore in that film. Although there's one particular scene that is, well, Not gonna get into that, but yeah. Yeah, I knew people would like this more than me, but yeah, way higher in Ramon's list. It's a special one. Those are the ones I like, ones that are different. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for different, but yeah, For the Apocalypse was just a little, I don't know, it was a little too different, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say, but that doesn't mean bad. Again, it's pretty high in the list, but yeah, not as high as it would be for Ramon, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Mike Barrett likes it. There you go. And number 103, we have my preferred Richard Harrison film of Gunfight at Red Sands, and then you have this one, Gunfight at High Noon, which is also known as The Pitiless Three, which I have on this double feature with His Name Was King. So yeah, again, Richard Harrison and Gloria Milland in this one. Oh yeah, Fernando Sancho is in this one as well, yeah. And yeah, directed by Joaquin Romero Marchand, who is a good spaghetti western director. I pretty much like all of his spaghetti westerns that I've seen. The Marchand brothers were cousins, I think. Yeah, Gunfight at High Noon. It's a very good early spaghetti western. Probably one of my favorite of the early ones before Sergio Leone. So yeah, I really, really like Gunfight at High Noon. And I would take it over For the Apocalypse, obviously. So yeah. But yeah, again, there's nothing too much wrong with For the Apocalypse. It's just, yeah, I've seen much better. So yeah, I like films more than it, if that makes sense. We only have 3 films left for this particular stream. So at number 102, we have Tales You Lose. And I'm actually trying to find where I've got that actually now. Again, it's part of a double feature on the Wild East DVD, but I just cannot find it at this particular time. But I've shown it earlier. I think it's on a double feature with, oh God, what's the film? See, that's the thing when you have so many editions and particularly double feature editions, it's hard to find. But Tales You Lose, this one I do recommend because Edwige Fenech is in this one, the Giallo Queen. And she does get naked in the film. She does actually, it's a spaghetti western that has nudity, so it's worth the price of admission for that. That's definitely the standout bit where Edwige Fenech gets to show her, gets to show herself a bit more again. But yeah, no, Tales You Lose, it's a good one. I have it on the double feature with Nest of Vipers. So I have not shown that earlier, so where the fuck is it then? We'll rectify that in the next episode because I can't find it right now. Yeah. But yeah, Edwige Fenech, yeah, I'll definitely I'll recommend that one. You see, that one I do like, and that one is very, very high. Yeah, Django Kill If You Live Shoot, yeah. That one I do like. I really, really like that one. I love it, actually, that one. Fernando Sancho, Can't Go Wrong, yes, the ultimate Mexican bandit, Fernando Sancho. That is that very same Richard Harrison, yes. He's done a lot of those ninja films, yeah. This is, I think, For the Apocalypse. It is quite depressing, yeah. That's why I'm not too big on it. It's a little too gloomy and too dark. That's why I don't revisit it often. And yeah, that is indeed the very same one. There you go. All those titles are excellent watches. Yes, we're now really getting into the good ones. We're getting into the great ones next in the next stream. But yeah, 2 films left. I do have this one, and I showed the edition for the top one for number 101. Try saying that 10 times fast. But no, 101. Hey, 101 Bronson. This is the 101 pick. It's Django Shoots First with Glenn Saxon and Fernando Sancho. There he is again. I'm telling you, he's in a lot of those, a lot of these films, and also Evelyn Stewart. Now I have the little poster of that film right there, and that came with this cool German square box edition. Django Shoots First. There you go. I really love this one. It's one of the better films that has Django in the title that actually is not a Django film, because I don't think he's actually called Django in the dub. So yeah, he might be in the German dub, but definitely not in the English language dub. But you know, that's a good one. And then let's just wrap up with number 100. 100. Hole in the Forehead. Again, I showed this early on a double feature with Tequila Joe. I just cannot find where I put that DVD at this moment. Or can I? as I'm trying to stall and try to get it without dropping all the titles. Oh, actually, I can. Yes, I can, folks. I actually can give you the DVD for that one. There you go. A Hole Between the Eyes. Again, with the great Anthony Gidra. Definitely my favorite Anthony Gidra film, actually. He's like, I think, a Yugoslavian actor who did a lot of these spaghetti westerns, or quite a few of them anyway. A Hole in the Forehead is definitely my favorite. It's very brutal. I mean, the title has it right there. There's some headshots in the film and stuff. So, and considering it is actually from 1960, let me see if I can find it. Hole in the Forehead is, yeah, that's 68. Giuseppe Fari directed that one. Yeah, now we're getting into the films where I give them like 6 stars out of 10. These are great ones. So that's A Hole Between the Eyes. Already covered this one. I'm sorry. The best Django ripoff film. Well, no, that honor goes to Django Kill If You Live Shoot or Django Prepare a Coffin. But Django Shoots First is definitely right up there for sure. Yeah. Oh, Ramon has not seen it. Okay. I do recommend, Ramon. Once again, yeah, because it's pretty high on the list. No worries. Orange Wetsuit. Thank you for the fun live chat. You're shooting both barrels. I try. I mean, I could have picked maybe a better date for, because it's very hot. I'm usually have the air conditioning on. I turned off because it makes a lot of noise. So I'm kind of sweating bullets here underneath the cowboy hat. I'm not really functioning well in the heat, but I think I managed. Besides that, but I like the one Vari did with Kinski. Which one is that again? You have to remind me. Again, a lot of them are blending together at this point. But let's just do a quick recap. Man, I really have to get another drink of water because my throat is getting oh so dry. But let's do a recap of the films we've covered now from 160 to 100, and we will pick it up in the next stream. Somewhere next week, of course, with 100 to, I think I'm going to do 100 to 150, and then do part 3, what's going to be 50 to 100. So anyway, number 160, my least favorite spaghetti western of the ones I own is God's Gun with Lee Van Cleef and Jack Palance. Then we have, oh crap, that's me again, Execution with John Richardson. Then we have Matalo at 158. 10 Killers Come From Afar at 157. The Bell Star Story at 156. My Name is Mallory at 155. $100,000 for Ringo at 154. So this must be my least favorite Richard Harrison film then. That's not saying much because I still really like this one. Anyway, The Beast with Klaus Kinski at 153. What Am I Doing in the Middle of the Revolution at 52. My least favorite Sergio Corbucci film. Those Dirty Dogs at 151. Man, Pride and Vengeance at 150. Again, I was debating adding that to the list because it's not really a Western, but anyway, oops. 149, Man of the East. Nevada Clint, 148. Django Strikes Again, the official Django sequel. Not that good, but 147 is where it is. Django and Sartana Are Coming, It's the End at 146. And spoilers, it's not the end. Death with Old Rock at 45. 145, that is. Up the McGregors, or Seven Guns for the, or Seven Women for the McGregors at 144. Excuse me. Savage Gringo at 143. The Last Tomahawk at 142. Quinto Fighting Proud. Now I'm forgetting the other title that it has at 141. Dead Man Don't Make Shadows at 140. Bury Them Deep at 149. Hands of a Gunfighter at 138. A Barrel Full of Dollars at 137. Payment at Blood at 146. Gunfighter Red Sands at number 135. Pecos Cleans Up, 134. It Can Be Done Amigo, 133. Don't Turn the Other Cheek, 132. Ringo of Nebraska at 131. A Few Dollars for Django at 130. Hate Thy Neighbor, 129. Yes, sometimes I do, by the way. But no, Why Go On Killing, 128. El Rojo, 127. Shamango, 126. Massacre Grand Canyon, 125. God Forgives I Don't, 124. The White, the Yellow, and the Black, 123. Tequila Joe, 122. They Call Him Cemetery, 121. Coffin for the Sheriff, 120. The Moment to Kill at 119. Five Man Army, 118. The Tramplers 117, Professionals for Massacre 116, Dead Men Don't Count 115, Deaf Smith and Johnny Ears 114, Ramon the Mexican, again not Ramon the Dutch film buff, number 113 it is, and Wanted at 112, Fighting Fist of Shanghai Joe at 111, A Town Called Bastard or A Town Called Hell at 110, Last of the Batman at 109, Unholy 4 at 108, Seven Guns from McGregor's at 107, A Gun for 100 Graves at 106. Yeah, 106. My Name is Pecos at 105. For the Apocalypse at 104. The Pitiless Free or Gunfight at High Noon at 103. Tails You Lose at 102. Django Shoots First at 101. And number 100, Hole in the Forehead or A Bullet Between the Eyes or A Hole Between the Eyes. Yeah, again, that's another subject, alternate titles. We can do so many streams on alternate titles for these films because they got a lot. But anyway, let's wrap up with a few comments, and then it's over to Gareth for Coming to America. Definitely not spaghetti western related, but still, we're going to join him for those for that watch party. Yes, Mike. Django the Bastard will be featured, I think, in part 2, and it will feature towards the end of part 2. So yeah, it's one I do really love with Anthony Stephen. That's probably my favorite Anthony Stephen film. Oh shit, actually, that's actually my favorite Anthony Stephen one. Shoot the Living. Yes, that's another favorite of mine. That will be coming up in part 2 as well. Man, Pride and Vengeance is much too low. Yes, that is the Carmen opera western set in Spain, so it's not really the Wild West. But yeah, no, I'm not a fan of it. Not at all. The Beast with Kinski is just weird, pretty much. Yeah, that's, as I was saying earlier, it's pretty much Kinski being Kinski in that film. Yeah, I do recommend it for that aspect. Thank you, Stephen. We will definitely talk soon, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Almeria 68 is a new book in French. Ooh, I do like some books. Like I said, I recommend Any Gun Can Play, the Bible of the Spaghetti Westerns myself. So yeah, highly recommend it, that one. Yes, I will be there in 5 minutes. So gotta quickly wrap this up and quickly get rid of all these films and then set up Coming to America. But yes, I'll be there in a few minutes. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, Mike Barrett. Thank you, Ramon. Thank you, Orange Wetsuit. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Gareth himself, who was here. Thank you, Sparks. Don't want to forget anybody, but I can't scroll back far enough. But thank you, each and everyone that was here. Crap, I'm fucking losing the light again. So anyway, we will, well, if you guys do want to see Coming to America, a watch party, I'll be there in 5 minutes with Gareth. And if not, I'll see you maybe tomorrow for the action movie top 10 stream that I'm doing with Dan and Carlos tomorrow on Dan's channel. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you soon. Definitely, this will be continued somewhere this week. I'm not sure when. Don't ask me when, because yeah, usually a lot of these streams are not really planned. They're pretty much like, hey, I can do it now. Let's do it now. So I don't know when, but it will be somewhere this week. Anyway, I'm talking too much again, so I'll see you maybe in a few minutes at Gareth's. But anyway, Westerns for life. I would take my hats off to you guys if I actually had a little bit more hair left, but no, anyway, I'll see you soon. Adios, cowpokes, adios, compañeros, and you know what, I'm just gonna leave you with some clips to roll out on. Anyway, something to roll out on anyway. Ciao. Oh yeah, let's play you guys the commercial again.